Today, from the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from the Superdome.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Mayfield down. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
This defense for the Saints, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play fake. Mayfield.
He will find his man Chase.
Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
On first down, it's Bradley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for him from a week ago: 11 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he...
Touchdown! A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Tucker able to connect on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance, as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
I'm impressed,
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now, to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And Pascal's got it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Mayfield. Taken in by Pascal out left. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Bucs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Mayfield to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
taken at about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Tucker with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield has got his man. It's Andrews. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Mayfield with it once more. He dumps it off to Barkley. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And he's got room, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Bucs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
A first down carry for Barkley, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
First down, Mayfield. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The Bucs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick swooping in for the sack. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 79 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defense pressure comes, and down he goes. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against him. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on 3rd down.
And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Reddick. He finds his man complete. It's Flowers. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Reddick sets to pass it. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. From the 25 on 2nd down. Reddick. He finds his man. Complete. It's Bradley. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints have moved out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people after a while...
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Saints set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bradley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Here's Reddick to throw.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. Back to throw here.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a two-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bradley.
Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is the quarterback, Allen.
We'll check on his status when we get back. On second down, it's Bradley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Throw left side complete. That's Terry. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bradley. The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people...
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And some room to roam now. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 102 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the...
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Mark Andrews with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Flowers. Touchdown! A big play there. 53 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He has been a factor in a multitude of ways. Over 100 yards rushing. He's approaching that number in the receiving category, too.
And you know why I've always respected guys who can have these types of games? As a runner, you're going through a pile, people raking at the football all the time. Your hands take a beating, okay? And to be able to still go out and catch the football in open field after going through that guy's dynamite.
He's been dynamite in this game so far. We'll see defensively if they have an answer, because they need to come up with something. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. Barkley a 1st down and more. And finally brought down at the 43. A big play there out of the running game.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he'll wind wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A lone second remains now in this third quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, so that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Forced out to his left. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield over the middle, complete. It's Sims.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it.
And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They would love to hold on to that, but obviously first things first. They want to clinch the division.
And that's what everyone plays for. Win your division first, guarantees you a spot in the playoffs, but still a nice spot to be in. Not as good as it was when the number 2 seed meant a first-round bye. That's all changed with the new playoff system, but still a nice spot to be in.
Right back to him on first down. going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bradley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. That's Will Hernandez, former second rounder out of UTEP. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bradley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On second and a long way to go. Reddick. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be third and forever. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield, a good throw here, finding Pascal. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A first down throw for Mayfield. That's caught by Sims. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. For that last pass, CD, he just added another notch to the old belt. What a career it's been. He's over 35,000 career passing yards now.
And when you say that number, over 35,000 yards, how many people have done that prior to him?
Right around 30.
Boy, that's a pretty good number. Now you're into a membership that means you've done a heck of a job in this league for a decent amount of time. You're recognized as one of the better players.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone, touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle it down a couple of yards shy of the 30.
Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. He finds his man complete. That's Bradley. And he is going to have the Saints first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. They'll run on 1st down. Bradley. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Bradley. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bradley, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Mayfield and the offense now. Down by 7. A little under 50 seconds to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Jamar Chase, the intended receiver.
And it's 2nd down.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Mayfield.
And it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
To Barkley on the check down.
Oh, and what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain.
He'll get only 3 there, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31.
And the Saints are going to hang on And on the final play, they get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The